Hi beautiful souls, this is Donna with Emergency Yoga, and today I wanted to offer you what I call a vata pacifying class. So most of my yoga that I teach and share with you is inspired by the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. And this class in particular is to help you work with energy that feels scattered, when you feel that sort of buzz of exhaustion and when you can't seem to focus. And so in Ayurveda, vata is made up of air and space elements. And so you can imagine what happens when you put air and space together. Think of windy days where you kind of feel over the place. Think of a lot of movement when you're running to and from between meetings and you can't seem to just feel like your feet are touching the earth. So this class is an antidote to all of those kind of feelings, and I hope you enjoy it. And we are going to start with our breath. So find a comfortable seat, and you can sit anyway on your sofa also if that feels more comfortable. When we're pacifying vata and helping you find balance again, it's really important to be at ease with your body and in a place of comfort, rest, and nourishment. You can just relax your hands in your lap to begin with, palms facing down. This is more grounding. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Have a beautiful straight spine. You can lower or close your eyes if that feels good for you. And just let the breath move easily and smoothly in and out through the nostrils. So finding your breath to begin with, seeing if you can slow it down. And I want you to feel that the inhale through the nose is very slow and steady. And the exhale is like you're pressing your breath towards the earth. Keep going like this. Slow, steady inhale. Exhale towards the earth. We'll take about 5 more rounds just like that. Just full breaths, but no stress to the breath at all. One more cycle. Slow, steady inhale when you're ready. Exhaling your breath towards the earth. Beautiful. We're also going to do 3 rounds of lion's breath. So this is very releasing as well. So if you're feeling any of this nervous energy, this is a great way to just let it go. Lion's breath, we breathe in through the nose, and then we roar the breath out like a lion through the mouth, sticking our tongue out and rolling our eyeballs to the sky. So whenever you're ready, breath out through the nose, big breath in through the nose, roar the breath out. I'm going to do 2 more just like that. Big inhale through the nostrils, roll the breath out. You're releasing what no longer serves you. Take a big inhale, roll the breath out. All right, let's move into Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. And this breath, or this breathing pattern, pranayama, is considered to be tridoshic in Ayurveda. So it's very balancing whatever your imbalance is right now. You can turn your left hand to the sky and bring your thumb and first finger together, letting the back of your hand rest on your leg. Bring your right hand up to the face. Relax your shoulders as you place the first 2 fingers right between your eyebrows. We're going to use the thumb to open and close the right nostril, and you'll use one of the other fingers to open and close the left nostril. Breathe all the breath out through both nostrils first. You're going to close the right side. Inhale left side for a count of 4. Close the left side. You're going to exhale right side, but for a count of 6. So longer exhale. When you're ready, inhale right side for 4. Close, exhale left for 6. And this longer exhale is also more nourishing, more calming. Inhale left side for 4. Close, exhale right for 6. Inhale right side 4. Close, exhale left side 6. We'll do 1 more round together. Inhale left side 4. Switch it, exhale right side 6. Inhale, right side for 4. Close, take that long exhale for 6 out through the left side. All right, and you're going to take 2 more rounds all on your own, inhaling left side whenever you're ready. You find your own rhythm, your own count, switching it to the right. Just making sure that that exhale is always longer than the inhale. Take another full round. No rush to your breathing at all. And whenever you next breathe out through the left side nostril, you can relax both hands in your lap and just easily breathe in and out through both nostrils for a few cycles of breath. If you're not finished yet, take your time. And just letting your intention be to nourish and nurture yourself throughout this practice, to not push yourself, to not shorten your breath, to just enjoy and savor every moment. All right, whenever you're ready, you can roll over and take downward facing dog. So if you've got a cushion, take it to one side. I've got a couple of blocks and a blanket handy. If you need to grab props, grab props. Otherwise, let's find each other in down. If you need to, really press the floor away with your hands and stretch your spine long, relaxing your head completely and just feeling your brain drop into the top of your skull. Melt your heart a little bit, but not pushing. You're more easing yourself into this pose, letting your heels be heavy. Whenever you arrive at an inhale, stretch your spine, push your hips back gently. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and you're going to tippy-toe your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Take an inhale for a halfway lift, so long spine here. Exhale, fold, bending the knees and just draping yourself over your legs. Letting your shoulders relax, letting your head relax. And just as you feel your feet really press into the earth. So we're trying to reconnect with the earth in this vata pacifying practice. Take a slow breath out through the mouth, just really releasing the breath. Press your feet firmly down, bend your knees a little more, and let rolling the spine up one vertebra at a time. Head is the left. And then just stand into Tadasana, mountain pose for a moment. Gaze gently forward, shoulders relaxed, but legs strong. And just take a few breaths here, really feeling your feet connect with the earth, feeling the strength of your legs and your body, and just the calm, wave-like breath washing over you in and out through the nostrils. Beautiful. We're going to take 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. So breathe out through the nose, press your feet down. When you're ready, you're going to sweep your hands slowly up to the sky, gently lifting the heart. As you exhale, bend the knees, take a slow swan dive down, Uttanasana. Rest your hands on your shins or the floor. As you inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, slowly plant the hands, step 1 foot back at a time into plank. Stay in plank. Take an inhale, press the floor away with your hands, and then as you exhale, drop knees, chest, chin to the floor. So we added an extra breath there compared to the usual Surya Namaskar A. Inhale for a little cobra, keep your shoulders low, and this time we're going to press back to child's pose and take 3 breaths in child's pose with your hands out in front or your fingertips behind towards your feet, whatever feels better for your shoulders. So just a couple more breaths here, filling up on prana and life force, and just imagining that your breath is really nourishing you and feeding your practice today. As you next inhale, lift your gaze, spread your fingers, press your hands down. You're going to press back to downward facing dog. Take another inhale when you're ready, press your hips back, let your head relax. And as you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and just tippy-toe your feet to the mat. No jumping today, solid on the earth. Inhale, long spine here.
Exhale, fold and release into Uttanasana, being kind and bending your knees if you need to. And then slow ragdoll, head is heavy. As you inhale, come up. Maybe you bring your fingertips to touch towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center in Samastiti, and we'll do the same thing all over again. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up and open, slow and steady with the breath and the movements. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bending the knees if you need to. Relax the head here. Inhale, halfway lift. Slow exhale as you plant your hands and step back to plank, but take an extra inhale. Then exhale, slowly drop knees, chest, chin to the floor. So helping us be a little bit more mindful with our movement. Inhale for cobra. Elbows close to the body. We're back to child's pose on the exhale, hips towards the heels, arms out in front or fingertips behind you. Let your shoulders relax, let your head touch the floor or put it on a block if that's easier. Let your lower back soften and take another couple of breaths here. And if you notice a kind of this anticipation, you want to get moving, that's part of vata. You want to just let that go and be cool with where we are. Fingertips press down into the earth in front of you. Inhale, lift your gaze. You're going to press gently back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, press the hips high. Exhale, melt your heart. We'll take an extra breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, look towards your hands, and tippy-toe your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the knees generously if that feels good, and keeping that head heavy, arms heavy, bend the knees, inhale, ragdoll, you're just rolling the spine up, gaze comes forward, maybe you bring the hands up to the sky, and pulling the hands into the heart center in namaste. Beautiful. All right. Keep your right. Take your hands on your hips. We're going to step the left foot back and come into Trikonasana. So the front leg will straighten and your hips will move to the left long side of your mat. I want you to make sure that you have a strong seal with the outer edge of your back foot and your front big toe is pressing down. Imagine that you're pulling this front hip underneath you. As you take your arms wide, palms facing down. Just relax the shoulders here. Take a big breath, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you will reach the front hand forward as far as you can go. Just let it drop onto the shin or maybe a block. And then take the back hand either up to the sky or just rest it on your back hip. We're not pushing in this practice. So if you've got tight shoulders, just let it go. Let the hand be on the hip. Crown of the head reaches forward. Breathe deeply, feel your feet solid on the earth. Beautiful. So slow, steady breathing, slow, steady practice, less vinyasa in a vata pacifying practice. We want to actually decrease our movement. Look down at your front foot, bend your front knee so it's over the ankle. Inhale, come up, arms parallel, warrior two, you're looking out over your front middle finger here. Relax the shoulders. Feel your feet connect to the earth. Imagine that your exhale of the breath out through the nose is pressing the energy down into the earth and helping you reconnect and feel more steady and grounded. Take another breath. As you exhale, slowly press the front foot down and straighten the leg. Take your hands on your hips. Turn your feet to the long side of your mat. And if you just notice if your feet are straight ahead, you're going to turn your toes out and your heels in and bend your knees deeply for goddess pose. And here you can just bring your hands to your heart center, gently press your tailbone forward and keep the shoulders relaxed. You might even lower or close your eyes or just bring your gaze softly to the earth in front of you. Beautiful and strong and steady, but also strengthening as well. And with vata, sometimes we need to regain the strength. Take another moment as you breathe out, press your feet down.
As you inhale, straighten the legs and sweep the hands and heart all that way up to the sky like you're in a big starfish. Then exhale the hands back on the hips, and we'll do everything on the other side. So this time you'll turn your left foot forward to the front of your mat and turn the right foot in at a 45 degrees angle. And just notice if your feet are like straight in front of each other, that might be okay. I'm going to take a little wider stance and have my legs hip width apart. All right, so outer edge of your right foot, this is your back foot now, sealed. Front big toe of your left foot pressing down. Imagine that you're bringing this left hip underneath you. Take your arms wide. We're going for Trikonasana triangle pose. Exhale, reach the left hand forward as far as it will go. Let it drop to the leg or to a block, and either reach the right hand to the sky or just rest it on your top hip. Whatever feels more nourishing and more grounding for you. Get long through both sides of the waist as you breathe deeply. The more you press your feet down here, the more you'll be able to expand the upper body towards the sky. So just because our feet are on the earth doesn't mean we dump all our energy there. We can still be spacious and expansive in Trikonasana. Take another breath here. Look down at your front foot. This is your left foot. Bend that knee so the knee is right over the ankle. And as you inhale, pull it back to Warrior Two. Palms facing down, shoulders relaxed. Beautiful big deep breaths. Draw the belly and tailbone down. Feet are solid, you are grounded, you are reconnecting. And you might even have this sense of the mind just slowing down with your breath and movement as well. Take another moment here. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your hips, straighten the front leg, and turn your feet again to the long side of the mat. This time we'll take a forward fold, so your toes go in and your heels go out, and then really press the outer edges of your feet down so it feels like the soles of your feet are actually suctioning off the floor. Take an inhale, lift your spine, draw your belly in. You're going to go slow and steady. You can use your hands on your hips to gently press them back. Take a pause as your spine comes parallel to the earth. This might be enough, in which case stay here. We're not pushing in this practice, remember. If you feel like you naturally have a little bit more space, you can slide your hands down your legs, maybe to the block or the floor, and come into a deeper forward fold. If you arrived here and you feel like your legs are going to snap into like tight rubber bands, then come back up or bend your knees, whichever feels better for you. But relax your head completely and just again have that sense of the brain slowing down, the breath slowing down. Take a couple of moments as you relax your shoulders completely. Let your eyeballs be heavy in their sockets. Nice work. Bring your hands to your legs or the floor. Bring your hands to the legs or the floor. As you inhale, look up and lengthen, and you're just going to heel toe your feet all the way back so that your legs are underneath your hips. When you're ready, bend your knees, breathe out. And as you inhale, press your feet down and sweep the hands and the heart all the way up to the sky. Bringing your hands into the heart center so you are facing the long side of your mat. You can just relax your arms next to the body and take a moment or two in Tadasana mountain pose. All right, very nice. You're going to press the feet down again, sweep the hands and heart up. You're going to grab your left wrist with your right hand. We're just going to do a side body stretch here. Inhale the spine long, and you're going to gently drag the left wrist over to the right so that you feel the stretch in your left side body. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your hips turning forward. Just breathe deeply. You're turning yourself into this beautiful lunar moon shape. This is like calming energy, cultivation of feminine energy, more being, less doing. Take a breath out. Inhale, come back to center. Switch hands, so this time left hand grabs right wrist. Take an inhale first to lengthen, draw the belly in, and then gently drag the right wrist over to the opposite side, maybe just gently turning your heart open. Nice deep breaths here. Cultivating this sense of just being in this present moment. Take a long, slow breath out. Inhale, come back, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, let the arms arrive alongside the body in Tadasana. And from here, we're just going to come and sit down on the floor. I like to have sometimes a block or a blanket for forward folds. It helps the pelvis fold more easily or tip forward more easily. So if you find you're tight in the lower back or you find it hard to fold forward, then this is a great prop. And today is a great class to use props even if you wouldn't normally do that. So I'm going to sit on a blanket. You do you, as always, and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. And instead of hiking the heels in close to the groin, I want you to make more of a diamond shape, and then take a moment to use the thumbs to massage the arches of your feet and give your feet a little bit of a thank you for holding you up all day. Beautiful. You can grab your ankles or your feet and just gently begin to fan your elbows out. The idea is to very slightly press the knees towards the floor as we inhale and lengthen the spine. If you want to fold forward, you can, just to the degree that feels good for you. Don't round your back. Try and keep your spine lovely and straight. Gaze soft, breath continuing to move easily and smoothly in and out through the nostrils. And again, we're not pushing into this pose here. We're just stretching our body, nourishing it, helping us to feel more connected overall. Relax the shoulders, relax the skull. Take a slow breath out through the mouth here. All right, you can release your hands, come to a straight spine. Take your hands underneath your knees and bring your knees together and your feet on the floor. We are going to roll all the way down. I'm going to do a supported bridge pose. So again, you could use a block or a blanket. I think I'm just going to fold this blanket in half. A couple of cushions also work very well. We're going to use this underneath the very base of our spine to support ourselves in bridge pose. So bring your feet on the floor and make sure your legs are hip width apart and your heels are quite close to your sit bones here. You can even hold on to your ankles if you want to. Just notice if your feet feel further apart. You can just shift them a little closer. All right, so have your prop ready. You're going to gently press the backs of your arms down and lift the buttocks up enough that you can just slide that prop at the very base of your spine. And you should still be able to feel your lower back dripping off here. So it can be high, it can be low. I would recommend that if you're using a block, you don't go any higher than the medium side. Tuck your shoulder blades a little bit and then just turn your palms to the sky. So this is a beautifully restorative heart opener. If you want to take your feet a little bit wider and have a sense of the knees dropping in, go ahead and do that if it feels more relaxing. Come back to your breath. Feel the back of your skull on the floor. Feel your heart soften. Feel your belly relax. And just breathe easily in and out through the nostrils. We'll take about a minute here. This is not a replacement for Shavasana. This is a full pose in its own right. So just letting your breath slow down, allowing the sides of your face to soften, letting your jaw relax. Feel your eyeballs relax inside your eye sockets. I'm going to imagine that even each follicle of hair on your head is relaxing too. Nice and easy with the breath. You're just letting the body be held by the earth. You are slowing down, connecting with the earth, and truly allowing yourself to feel supported. All right. We're getting to the end of our minute. We're going to do a variation on legs up the wall pose. I'm going to give you two options. So if you don't have a wall or you don't have a sofa, then just bring your feet back in line with your hips. Stay on your little support here. You're going to drop one knee into the chest, take your leg to the sky, drop the other knee to the chest, take your leg to the sky, and you're going to do legs up the wall in the middle of your mat. This is perfectly wonderful inversion, massively restorative, fantastic if you have too much air and space energy, too much vata energy. The other option would be to find a wall and do that with your legs up the wall. I'm going to use my sofa. I'm close enough that you can see me. And whether it's a wall or a sofa, just take one hip right next to it real close and then spin yourself around so you can hook your legs over if you're and either rest your hands on your belly or turn your palms to the sky and just rest the backs of your hands on the floor. We're going to take another full minute here. So actually, you know what? We're going to take 2 minutes here because we really want to pacify this vata energy. And I want you to just let the back of your heart be resting on the earth, nice and heavy, nice and soft. If you're in the middle of your mat and it feels too much at any point to have your legs in the sky, just take a little break and drop the knees into the chest, and you can also rest like that. We want to slow down the breath here, soften everything around the face. You might even let the tongue drop into the back of the mouth gently and feel the inside of your mouth smiling. I love this Tara Brach cue, where in her meditations she talks about smiling on the inside of your mouth. And when we do this, we feel this kind of lightness of energy, this joy, which is also a wonderful antidote to excess of vata energy. Just to feel the lightness of life. Keep breathing here, slowly, gently. You don't need to give yourself any special breathing pattern. If you find that by staying still, your mind becomes very busy with a lot of different thoughts, instead of trying to resist those thoughts, just welcome them in like beautiful clouds in a bright blue sky, and imagine that the thoughts are literally kind of floating in on the breeze and then floating out again. We want to soften our edges here. We want to soften the mind. Take about 4 more breaths here in your version of Viparita Karate, legs up the wall pose. If you've had enough, you can also begin to wind down and find Shavasana. If you're at the sofa, you can either stay here or you can roll to one side and re-find yourself in Shavasana with as little movement as possible. My sofa is kind of far from my mat, so I need to arrive back, but you can literally just stretch out wherever feels comfortable for you, and just use whatever props also make you feel really nourished. So with a vata pacifying practice, maybe a little blanket over you. Sometimes it's nice even to like have the rolled blanket just like, or bolster over your belly. This is beautifully supportive. An eye pillow if you have one. And just settle on in for another 3 minutes. We are not rushing the situation here today. We are letting the earth support us. We are kind of leveraging the connection with the earth underneath us as a way of bringing down the energy and drawing it back into our being, rather than let the energy be scattered and all over the place and feel buffeted by kind of external circumstances. And there is absolutely nothing for you to do here right now other than breathe. And the good news is that your breath is automatic, so you don't even have to concentrate on that. All I would say is if you feel very disturbed by busy thoughts, then one other option is to bring awareness to the breath and just continue to notice yourself breathing in and out through the nose. Gentle inhales, gentle exhales, like beautiful waves of an ocean just washing over you. Let the body feel heavy. Have that sense of surrender. Surrender to your practice, surrender to the moment. If you know that you have a vata imbalance or that you are predominantly vata dosha, in Ayurveda we say that vata is often like a delicate flower. It needs extra attention and care to maintain health. And so vata should always have the longest shavasana as well. And so if you have time at the end of this class today, you're so welcome just to press pause and to keep going with your shavasana. If there's any part of your body, mind, and spirit that feels like a little bit tight or tense or stuck still, please feel free to take a couple of releasing breaths out through the mouth. Just let things go and allow yourself to take rest. I'm going to keep going here for about another minute or so. If you're wondering about all the 1,000 things you think you have to do today, now is the time to just be in this moment. Let that go. Those thoughts are about vata imbalance, so you can just park them to one side and arrive back with your breath. See if we can stay with it for another 5 or 6 breaths here. Knowing that if you were meant to be somewhere else, you would be, so you might as well enjoy the moment right now. Take a couple more moments here. Very, very slowly beginning to just stretch through your heels and then point your toes, maybe 1 foot at a time. Maybe just circle the wrists or stretch your hands. Begin to breathe very slowly but a little more deeply so that you notice the rise and fall of the belly and the chest as you breathe in and out. And with mindfulness, just begin to place your feet on the floor, and you're going to roll to whichever side feels more natural to you. Just use one arm as a pillow and rest on your side for a moment or two. There's no rush to get up. You can slowly, slowly place one hand on the earth, keep your head heavy, maybe even keep your eyes closed as you gently press up back to a seat on your mat or your sofa. And bring your hands to your heart center so that your thumbs touch the center of your chest, and just bow your gaze to your fingertips. Take a slow exhale through the nose. Take a big inhale through the nostrils. press the breath out through the mouth down to the earth. And just allow yourself this final moment of your practice to set the intention for the rest of your day and evening. And you can choose your own intention, but something to the effect of, I am grounded, I am connected, I am nourished. Life is slow, steady, and intentional. Use words that resonate with you so that you continue to create the rest of your day or evening in this very connected way. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, lift your gaze, bring the thumbs to the third eye space, that place between your eyebrows, your place of compassion for yourself and others, your place of intuition, tuning into what you and others around you need. And then just bow down in respect for yourself, your practice, the yogis around you, but also in gratitude for the earth for being there to reconnect to over and over again. Namaste, beautiful souls. It's been beautiful to practice with you, wonderful to slow down and to be connected. Namaste. I will see you next time on Emergency Yoga.